Welcome to Manifestation Master. My name is Jerome, and I want to introduce myself by answering three questions. Number one, who I am. Number two, what do I have? And number three, why should you care? So let's jump right into it. Number one, my name is Jerome Henderson Jr. I am a certified next level virtual coach, and helping people evolve and transform is truly my passion. Bringing in 2022 here, I walked away from a job that nets me 80K a year, working not a lot of hours, working anywhere from 4 to 8 hours a day, making making a lot of money, as I said, 80K a year. And my homeboys heard about that and they wanted to recruit me to day trade with them. And trust me, I hang out with these guys from time to time and they live well. They're making tens of thousands of dollars a month. But for me, it's not about the money anymore. I've made money. You know what I mean? It gets to a point where it's only more, right? We go from buying your girl Michael Kors to Louis Vuitton, and then what's next? Birkin. They're all bags. They are, she gets tired of them at one point and wants a new one. So for me, it's not about just more money, but fulfillment. That's what does it for me. Fulfillment, truly making an impact on another human's life. And to be honest with you, I've been that way since I was a little boy. I used to love to make my mom happy. I used to love to make my mom's life easier, and it continued to grow from there. So number two, what do I have? To be honest with you, off the rip, when I was born, four out of four grandparents that got me here, I only had two. My father lost his father when he was four to homicide. My mother lost her mother when she was seven to homicide as well. So, as you could imagine, both of my parents had rough upbringings. My father was raised by a single mom who had a drug addiction. My mother was raised by her stepmom after my grandfather remarried, and the stepmom was an evil was a very, very mean lady who would abuse all of my grandfather's children. My grandfather was an Haitian immigrant and he just knew hustle, get money. He was a jeweler. So he pretty much outsourced the raising of his kids to this evil stepmom while he went out and got the money. All right. So trauma, what do I have? Trauma is something that's very unique to me because you'll realize you'll go out in the world and achieve, but then your past conditioning, your past wounds that have not been healed will hinder you. I cannot tell you how much I self-sabotage in my life. And it's because as a child I was always told I'm not good enough. You're a screw up. You know what I mean? Constantly. So after 18 years of being told you're not enough, you're not enough, you're not enough, you're not enough, on a conscious level, you'll be like, I am enough. But on an unconscious level, you believed it. You bought into it. So I like to say this the drama, I'm sorry, the trauma with my mama led to the drama with myself as an adult. When I left home at 18 years old, I was full of fear. I was scared. My football career went down the drain due to an ACL injury. So I threw the football dream out, and university was out of the window. Both of my parents made over $100,000, so financial aid wasn't an option. And honestly, at that state, I went into survival mode. I got to get this money. You know what I mean? And that's what I went after. I went after hustling and making money. And again, that's why I don't care about money. Like, you have to do things that fulfill you here. So what I have for you is just stories about my life and some of the mistakes that I made. And depending where you are in life, especially to my ladies and my fellas in your 20s, man, I really love to speak to you. But anyone, I love to connect with anyone. It's not just people in their 20s. But if you're young, try to wake up. The sooner, the better. And that's what it is. And why should you care? Simply because maybe you can relate. If you can't relate, I get it. You know what I mean? You probably have no business here. My buddies that I told you about in the stock market, they were raised in relatively healthy home environments. So this wouldn't really resonate with them. You know what I mean? They care about making millions of dollars. You know what I mean? They want to buy boats and big houses and have a lot of kids. But for me, I know what it's like to be born in a place where you're this seed and it's hard to grow. And then when you finally do grow, it's like now you're kind of scared, like, oh my God, I came out of the ground. Now what? You know what I mean? And I'm at a place now where I'm experiencing a lot of growth mentally. And it just started to hit here in my late 20s, started to take off in my 30s here. And this is my calling to help, to give back, to share, to create a community of like minded individuals where we can connect and go to the next level. So, Welcome to Manifestation Master. You can call me Coach J. I look forward to connecting with you all. Later.